All right, Liken Unto Death is this particular map, and we actually saw this in the Myth World Cup 2012 sudden death segment of the finals. And speaking of the finals, on Giant Killer General, on his team, there are 4 players from the Southern Parkians who actually did take the championship. And one interesting thing, Pogue is still observing, I think. However, Drunken, who was on Giant Killer General's team, actually jumped ship and clambered aboard Ratking's team. So it's going to be Ratking, Raven, Kermisi, 12. I don't know who 12 is, really, to be honest. Flatline, Myth Zombie, Drunken, and Teary. So 8 players against 7, I think, for Giant Killer General. Giant Killer General, of course, being the captain. Homer, Zach, LN, Kruniak, Falcon, Pogue is observing, I believe, and Genghis Khan. So it's going to be interesting. I think Zach, you know, he was on Team Name Changers, and he did pretty well, I think. I don't remember him doing poorly at all. So I think I think he'll be a pretty good player on Team GKG. Falcon, I believe Falcon was on the Time Wizards, and I don't know if Falcon, if he played enough games for me to remember how he did in that. So yeah, it's not going to be the usual Southern Parkian roster by any means, but look at who they're up against. You know, Ratking, Raven. I'm not sure if Raven has anything to distinguish him from anyone else. Kermisi, of course, was on. Oh gosh, what team was he on? R3. Kermisi was on R3, and he actually was featured in the highlights video also. 12, don't know who that is. If anybody knows who 12 is, you know, leave a comment, let us know. Flatline's really well. He was actually on, or he plays well, I guess I should say. He was actually on, if I can remember, Thundercocks. Myth Zombie, don't know who that is. Drunken, of course, was on Deer, and Teary was on Grimm's and my team. Actually gave many solid performances in the Myth World Cup. So we'll see exactly how this plays out here in game number 3. It is tied so far at 1 game apiece. All of these dwarves going to be split up. That's a lot of dwarves. Basically, warriors, dwarves, and pus. Couple thrall for defense.
Game
and a few archers. Not very many though. No archers for Team Giant Killer General. It's just going to be warriors, pus, and dwarves as well. Except not even a few archers. So basically, I think both teams are going to probably try to take the middle here. There might be some scouting along the sides, maybe some slipping through of a flank or something. Okay, so 12 is Alta Yayo, I guess. And don't really know who that is. I think I've seen, I think that's his login. I've seen him play or in the lobby, but I haven't actually seen him play. Dude, that doesn't make any sense. Wow. Zach almost dives into Homer's Molotov cocktail there. Almost got dwarfed, says Giant Killer General. So down here we have Myth Zombie going for a flank. Yep, and we also have Kermisi on a flank of his own. Ratking is doing a flank. Not really a flank. A couple warriors and a dwarf. I'm sure he also has defense, which is basically just that journeyman and those thralls. This is going to be the flank to worry about. Teary has a flank up here. Flatline has these dwarfs. Drunken has that dwarf. And Flatline has the general. So that's going to be the main force to be reckoned with for Team Ratking. Giant Killer General, they're going to scout the mid here. There's Homer scouting that. Basically, he sees Kermisi, and Tiri's going to come down to meet him also. So Homer's there. Genghis Khan has the general and this dwarf here also. And Kruniak is going to try to scout up a little bit also. He's going to draw away Raven. Flatline's going to duke it out with Genghis here. However, something slips through. It's looks like Drunken is on his way. Defensive pus there, but misses. Is able to freeze the dwarf, but I don't know if there's anything to finish him off or not. As there's a flank for Zach. Uh-oh. Actually, that dwarf did get finished off somehow. I don't know who did that. How did that dwarf get killed? Well, a dwarf got killed. Maybe he was killed from before. That's what I'm just going to assume that's the case. Kruniak and Raven duking it out. So Drunken's going to engage here with his warrior, but looks like he's kind of... There's a dwarf en route to the flag. Here it is. Kind of far off. He's actually up here. Ratking says home is in trouble. Is it really in trouble though? Not really. Everything's a little too far out. Well, here is Tiri's basically going to be shooting at, I don't know, someone's dwarf. Whose dwarf is that? Falcon's dwarf. But so there's going to be kind of a standstill here. Some general stuff being lobbed back and forth, but this is where the action's at right now. Is the defense? What? I must have missed something. Holy crap! Something happened to Genghis. I didn't quite see. Okay, so basically,
flag contested.
ooh, walks right into that dwarf shot, and that dwarf is gonna get clobbered there. Oh, unfortunately, was not able to save that dwarf. And basically, with this one dwarf, Drunken's gonna take this flag. So Drunken did a really good job alerting his team what he was doing, and his team did a good job responding, and basically preventing Team Giant Killer General from moving in on their home flag, just stalling them. Because Team Ratking was
flag captured.
Kind of they were kind of losing the BC battle, but just weren't able to move to the flag in time. And so I'd say the start of this game is pretty much Drunken for taking that flag without anybody really able to, you know, being in a position to stop him. So good job for him. Did anybody do really well? Well, pretty much only Drunken with 8 kills. All right, so that's game number 3. Team Ratking is up 2-1, and I don't know, game number 4. That's gonna be the one that you know, if Team Ratking's able to take game number 4, they're pretty much going to be taking this match. And if Team Giant Killer General doesn't get it in gear, they might lose it in the next game, game number 4. So we'll see what happens. We'll see you there, game number 4. Just a moment. Stay with me now.
Team eliminated. Game over.